Aquarius, good morning. How are you, Aquarius? How are you? Alchemy, how are you? So anyway, let's see. So you can watch this as Aquarius or a Leo or a Life Path 8 because I deal in numerology. And on the top of an Aquarian and a Leo card is a number 8. And that's how you can probably pick up messages also through the Leo readings. That's why we have kings and queens inside of the deck because of the elements. So that's just in case you didn't know, because that's how I read, so you might get slightly confused. So Aquarius, what have you got coming up this week? Let's have a look what Aquarius has got coming up this week, please, for Aquarius. So you have Gemini or Capricorn possible, and the Three of Wands in reverse. So someone's kind of waiting, but you may have, in a relationship, if you're in one or out of one, you may have given too much. And it's like, I haven't got anything else to give you. I've been doing all of these things for you, and it seems to have gone missed, like missing in action. Like I seem to be missing in action, or someone's missing you, Aquarius. But the Six of Pentacles to me is someone that's been giving a person too much. And now they've probably thought, you know what, I'm going to have to start paying attention to myself, because it seems that what I've done for someone isn't been enough, and I can't never seem to satisfy the person by the amount of things that I do for them. This is also a very tangible card, so it can mean things like, you know, driving around, blah blah blah, shopping, and I've been doing all of these things for you and doing all of this stuff, and it seems to go unappreciated. Now you could have like children, this could be a mother, and it could be where like the mother does all of the stuff and it goes unappreciated by the son or the daughter. But in a relationship, it can definitely mean that I'm the one that's been providing everything for you, and you just seem to have like bypassed all of the tangible things I do for you in life, and you seem to be more concerned about that, and you're always concerned about yourself with the negative energy, Putchy, than the positive side. Instead of seeing all of the equality that I do give you, you always look more towards what I'm not giving you, which would be a 2. If I say not, you say Pisces swinging on a tree. Could be a number 3, okay? So it could be a Pisces involved here, but I seem to do more than you, and I seem to do more for you than you do me, and it seems to have gone unappreciated, okay? So it feels like that everything that is tangible, it seems to be, if there is a separation, it seems to be now I'm trying to just not pay attention to my feelings at all, and actually just give myself some R&R and think about me and what relates to me. Because 6 can also be now I have free time to be able to do things around the house, the family, shopping, cooking, cleaning, and doing whatever that is, but I can do it for me now, and I don't have to have someone else in my life where they take up a lot of time, okay? The thing is with relationships is that they can also take up a lot of time. I don't seem to have a lot of time to be concerned about anyone else other than me. And that's why you've got maybe where someone sees someone as a selfish, okay, because you do have the 3 in reverse there. So you're selfish, you only ever really consider of yours. This is how a person could be feeling about someone, okay, Aquarius? But you're only ever selfish, you only ever really think about yourself, you don't ever really concern yourself about me. You're more interested in the things that you want, and you're never really interested in the things that I want. Now, if this is a mirror, and this seems to be what the other person and yourself is thinking, or the name Anne or Annabelle or Belle or B or Brian, okay, that seems to be the mirror of like, well, I do this for you and you don't seem to do that for me, and you must be selfish because all you do is think about the time that you want on your own, but you don't ever consider me. Okay, but 6 of Pentacles is a very busy energy of like, I'm always doing things for you, but it always seems to go amiss. Like, what I'm doing for you isn't enough, you know. So that seems to be a dynamic that's present at the moment here, Aquarius. Let's see, anything else? I'm hoping that I'm going to remember to turn the camera around so you can see it from my angle, because this is upright for me and this is in the down position. Okay, let's see. So you got Libra energy, but you've got like a breakup, you've got like a rest, okay, or a breast. So I'm also hearing breast cancer, so I don't know if that is for anybody in the family or oneself here. I'm also hearing that a Cancerian or a Life Path 7 possibly being involved here. This is also a lot of traveling and a lot of like kind of avoiding, because this is like talking, okay? So if you're not talking to someone, it means that you're still connected to them, but this is a calling, okay? So it means that I'm answering the calling of what I'm doing, but I don't know if we're talking or not yet. Because judgment can be, is it time, right? Everybody hates the word divine timing, but it can be like, is it time to reconcile? Is it time to talk to you yet? Have you got time to talk to me? Have you got any time available to speak? These can also be people that do things esoterically, okay, for a living, and they have clients, and it's like, can I speak to you on a more of a personal level, okay? Do you have time, okay? But if this is in an actual relationship, it's over. Aquarius, it's like this monotonous ending of like someone out there of judgment might be thinking, is it time yet for this person to come back in my life? Are they ever going to come back in my life? Will this ever work? This, what I'm explaining to you now, is the feelings and the thoughts that I'm getting that are going through yours and maybe the other person's head, or the other person and not yours. Okay, but is it time to speak yet? Is it time in order to be out for us to reconcile yet? You know, what's happening with you when we're at a distance and that I don't know what you're doing? How do I know? And I need to be informed by watching. This can also be watching out to find out what a person's saying. Okay, so it would be multimedia. It would be people that are like watching people on multimedia to find out whether they're single, whether they're not single, whether they're with an ex or not, blah, blah, blah. Very curious about what you're saying so I know whether it's ended or not, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Because it's also waiting to ring, to call someone. Okay, 7 days. Could have something to do with a Cancerian or a life path 7. Let's see. Aquarius. What's Aquarius got going on, please, this week? So we've got the moon. So there is an energy of someone here that could be a mother, but you could be watching this from an Aquarian or a Leo aspect. Like I said, they really do work that way. If you guys are really not following life path numbers and the way that I do things in numerology, it will open up a whole new world for you when you start understanding about that numerology plays a huge, bigger part than astrology in tarot cards. Okay. But yeah, there's this energy of, this is always a mother to me, and it's a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it's a 9, so it's Virgo energy. Okay. And it might be like hiding feelings, hiding my emotions from you, trying to stay out your way, really not trying to rock the boat. You know, I'm just trying to avoid you, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And you don't seem to be opening up your feelings to me. Now, if you are single, whether you've been dealing with an ex or not, okay, it just seems to be like nothing's happening. Like nothing's happening in your love life. It's just kind of like, I'm a little bit curious about one, and I would like companionship, but Dog Tanyan, maybe something around a Leo, maybe. But like I would like companionship, but to be honest with you, it doesn't seem to be here. So what do? You know, just wait, you know, and see what happens. That kind of energy here. Let's see, Aquarius. What's Aquarius got coming up? I'm part of the single crew, so I know how you feel, Aquarian. Let's see, Aquarius. Anything coming up for Aquarius, please? This week, so you got an esoteric spiritual tarot card reader. You got someone that you're talking to. It might be as a friend here. I don't know. You got yourself 8 here, which could be an Aquarian Leo. It's going to be anybody. Okay, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Like I said, this can also be, if nothing's kind of going on in your love life and it's not like an interest, it could be a friend. But it can also be that some of you have got children, okay, and you're just kind of like waiting and doing the motherly thing here for a lot of you. Like I said, this is a potential for speaking to someone, whether it be on a romantic level or not. It might be where someone's trying to make sure that a person's single first before they approach. Because it's kind of like, I don't know whether to approach you or not, because I don't know if you're interacting with someone. And, you know, if you're interacting with someone, then I need to know that. So it's kind of like this, where there might be a new person on the horizon, but you may be asking each other, like, are you single? You know, is this on a friend basis? Or let's see, Aquarius this week, please, Aquarius. So you got 7 of Cups. You kind of got like this metaphysical energy. Man, you got 2 people here. So you or the other person, Aquarius, really could be talking to 2 people. Okay, now it could be one person. You could have like a strong metaphysical connection with someone that could be at a distance. I wouldn't say that it's extremely strong, okay? But I would say that it has potential in order to grow if it's someone that is new here. Because it feels like that I'm looking for someone. and I have like, it doesn't have to mean the Seven of Cups doesn't always have to mean like I have options. It can be, but it can mean like I'm looking for a connection with someone. And if you're looking for a connection with someone, and so am I, then the possibility is here. It's there to build upon a connection. But you would need to be talking. And very important, the person would not have to be in a strong commitment, okay? Because I'm also avid, obviously a lot of you avid Marion or Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jacob, Jasmine, Jack. But Jen, but like, you know, it's very important to these metaphysical connections that when you're in them, to relate it to something that could be new, you have to have definitely made sure that the person isn't married and stuff like that, okay? Not if they're married, like, but they're not committed into a relationship. Like if they're in a relationship and they're like, yes, I'm in a relationship, so on and so forth, but I will talk to you, but I am in a relationship. That can lead to a lot of complications if they're in relationship. Now, if people are like married but getting divorced, okay, and they're not in a commitment, they're just getting divorced, that's fine. Okay, that's fine because they're not in a relationship. They're just waiting on the procedures of like getting divorced. But like if you're dealing with someone that is in a relationship with a person, that makes things completely different. Okay, so like, you know, when you are maybe discussing things with this person, if they are available and they're not actually, you know, hooked up in any kind of way, then this does mean more of like, I'm single, are you single, blah, 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 would you like to talk? Okay. Because like I said, the last thing you ever really want to do is, like, you know, sometimes you can talk to a person and you talk to them and say, well, I do have options. Okay, I have this person as an option and I have that person as an option. And I'm kind of thinking about that one and I'm talking to you about them and you and Jim. But like Jeff, Jen, but like, you know, you can, like I said, if a person has options all the time and they're not your main focus, you really want to find someone where they are your main focus and you are their main focus and you basically just focus upon one another. As soon as you get someone else in the dynamic of like, well, I'm focusing on you, are you focusing on me? Well, kind of, but I also have this other person that I'm sort of focusing on. That'll make things very complicated right here because it doesn't make a true connection. And everybody just wants like one, right? One person, right? So let's see, Aquarius. So you got the sun here. So you got the sun and the moon. That might mean a divorced couple separated from their husband and wife here. Okay. So the sun would mean that it's a mother, this is the father, this is the children, and this is the person that could be like separated from their husband. They've got children, okay, 2 or 1 child, but they were married at one point. They did get a divorce or are going through a divorce, sun and moon. This can also mean stepfather, stepmother kind of situation. Mother and father also, like I said, one owns mother and father. And then the sun and the moon can also mean someone at a distance. Like I speak to someone or I'm interested in someone where the time gap is completely different. Like when it like British and UK, like UK, America or anywhere really. But like, you know, when the time gap is completely different, here it's dark, here it's light, here when it's light, here it's dark here. Okay. So there is definitely a person here that could be on the opposite end of the hemisphere kind of energy that is here. It might be a metaphysical connection. It might be someone that's considering possibly like reaching out to this person. Like I said, the sun and the moon doesn't have to mean that it's a very long distance, but it can just mean that it's at a distance. It's not on top of one another. Okay. So it means separated also. Okay. From time and space and like that sort of stuff. So let's see. Aquarius. I'm not thinking. You've got Hangman and Pisces here also. And the Queen of Swords. Aquarius. What have they got coming up, please, this week? Aquarius. Show me Aquarius this week, please. So you've got the Ace of Swords. The 10 of Wands. Oh, what is going on? It feels like I'm single. I'm ready to mingle. But the people that I'm kind of talking with are not really showing signs of being that interested. Like, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, I might have like a, you know, maybe like a person that I could be interested in, but I don't know whether to ask them out or not. And I don't know, you know, whether it's friends or whether it's like a connection or not here. And I keep saying not, and normally when a not comes up in my head, that normally means a life path 3 or a Pisces energy. Let's see. Aquarius this week, please. Aquarius this week. So you got the 6 of Wands, the 4 of Swords. One more card, please, for Aquarius. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Holy shit. So some of you really still are going through the dynamics of the X and the encounters of the third kind, more than likely. Now, it doesn't have to mean, because what I am picking up here is that one of these people that you may be interested in or not, they are 100% married but getting divorced. Okay, so it doesn't mean that there is feelings there. It doesn't mean that there are like definite meanings. People are single here. There's 100% energy of single. So, but one of these people could just be like a bachelor, maybe, okay, like myself. But like a Wheel of Fortune can also mean like a person that was married, but what they're going through is something very karmic with an ex, and they're just basically just waiting for the court date to come up so they can finalise things. I don't see that there's any arguments here. There's no 5 of Wands, 9 of Wands, fucking control and God knows what else. There's just space. There's just time. There's just gaps of like talking, maybe still dealing with like a person that is, you know, possibly. Now, like I said, if you are a person that was married and getting divorced, and you are a person here that is dealing with another person that is in a relationship, married or divorced, you got to get out of that one somehow, because that's just kind of like a monotonous no-go area where there's just, you know, they're committed. They're committed. Because like I said, if a person's married and they're not with their partner, that really doesn't matter because they're not with them. But if a man or a woman keeps going, okay, back to their partner because they say, yeah, this is my partner, you know, there's different ways of looking at it here. Okay, so let's have a look at what's in the tea and give you 3 main cards that are going to represent, oh, Aquarius. So you got 2 cards that jumped out. Weather, what the fuck is that? Copycat, really? Weather disaster. So it might be very cold. There might be a lot of fucking weather. I'm not going to take those 2 because they just fell out. You got copycat energy here, someone that's trying to copy someone's work, but that normally comes out when I do Aquarian readings, if I'm honest. Copying other people's work, maybe. Please do not copy the style of reading if there's any other readers that are watching. You know, let's see, Aquarius. Any messages, please, for Aquarius? So, you've got all over his dick, really? All over his dick. I haven't got my glasses and I've got no way on. But there's someone that could be getting a lot of attention here. Getting a lot of attention, but I mean, it must be a lucky fella if he's got 4 people here. But like all over his, yeah, someone's all over his dick, man, pretty much. Directing energy towards the masculine. So it feels like that a masculine energy is definitely doing their thing, okay, here. Like, so it's coming out as the same story. If you guys, right, you've got to know what a masculine energy really is and a feminine energy really is. A masculine energy isn't a person that, a true masculine energy isn't a person that's like married already, you know, or in a commitment already, and they see another person and they keep going back to their, you know, their husband or their wife, or they keep going back to their girlfriend and boyfriend and also seeing someone else and sleeping, or, you know, that's kind of like more confused type sort of energy if a person is already committed. Okay. Because a true masculine energy will kind of know what they want and what they don't want. Okay. Let's see. One more card, please, for Aquarius to wrap up their first half of their reading. So pregnant, morning sickness. I don't know if anybody is around you that is pregnant, or just feel sick like all the time. Like it might be because you have like a bad connection, like you just have like this morning sickness or this. I don't know. It could be period. This could also be period. It can be pregnancy, but it can also just be feeling under the weather and I just feel sick here. Directing energy towards the masculine. So like I said, this could be hatred. This could be hatred where it's like, I hate this arrogant prick that never really gives me any attention, that never really does anything. They never give me any equality. They never give me this. Now, the last thing you want to do is be one of these people that always say, it's because of that bitch. It's because of that arsehole that doesn't let go of my twin flame. And it's that other person's fault that doesn't let them go. And it's because of him and it's because of her that my life is. No, get out of that blame game energy. If you're in third party energies, you know, you have to also take the other person into consideration of what they are going through. Because if someone is being played, both people are being played, which means that you're being played, right? Or getting laid or not getting laid. But, you know, if a person constantly keeps going off backwards and forwards and you've been in that a long time and you're in the middle with just like breadcrumbs and I just seem to have the after little bits of nothing, okay, that makes you the karmic energy with nothing. That means that karma is taking it from you, okay? So it means that they're going off to someone else and then back to you and back to me and back to her and back to him. And it must be that other person that's the karmic. No. Because your aspect will be, I know, Steve, because they have to leave that other person for me. But I'm the one that's here that's being breadcrumbed with nothing. So if you're being breadcrumbed with nothing, that makes the person taking stuff from you, time, effort, keep going around it. That means that they're taking it from you. Okay, so that means that you're losing karmically. Okay, so it can also mean like if things like really spiral out of control and my life is going out of control and I don't seem to be getting much, that could be because you're connected to a darker energy that's making life not give you anything. Okay, so like if I lost my job, if I like, you know, blah, 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 I'm losing all of these things and why does it keep happening? And why is everything becoming so much of a struggle? It's because it can be multiple energies, but it can also be the fact that you are connected in such a dynamic of like the devil. The devil is just fooling you and tricking you into like, keep leading you down the same garden path, making you believe that this is a good thing instead of a bad thing. Okay. So people can keep doing that for ages, being disillusioned by the devil, okay, illusioned by the devil to make them think that the path that they're on is the correct one, when really it isn't, it's actually the wrong one, okay, because as you're awakening, like if you're going through an awakening and you're only just kind of like started-ish, you know, it depends on how advanced this is. I know everybody's going to say, well, I'm really advanced, okay, but like, you know, when you're waking up, the first thing that you start to feel is dark energy. So you get confused with being able to open and close down, knowing when it's good to open and close, you know, what energy it is that you're feeling, whether it be the actual person that's at a distance from you, whether it be anybody else, whether it be a spirit violating you, whether the messages that you're picking up are actually leading you down the garden path to do the same thing. The energy of like, I just can't seem to get rid of them out of my energy. It's because you're waking up and you're learning about being an empath, and you can only do that by doing the wrong thing. That's why you get led down the garden path, because you can only learn to do the right thing after doing the right thing. I ain't talking about a black and white thing. Okay, so do the right thing, yeah. Okay, but in order to learn to do the right thing in the end, you have to do the wrong thing first to learn by your mistakes to end up doing the right thing. And this is why this can make circles just go on. This is your hell loop reading, by the way. Okay, so, you know, it's that can lead me down the same garden path of the optical illusion that I feel I'm on the right one, But then all of a sudden I realised that I'm probably on the wrong one, right? So you get like a karmic energy at the end here. So in order for me to get the grips of what else this is also involving, you will need to join Patreon, which is the silver or gold tier. I'm going to draw you 3 cards down here, 3 or 4 cards down the side here to represent your outcome. And then we clarify those afterwards to show you your outcome, okay, at the end of the week or the 2 weeks or however long. Then we also like look at a few other cards, and then we also clarify a lot of these also, and then we see if any of these kind of like match up at the same time as well, okay, showing me the energy of like a player or so on and so forth, right here. So you get a lot more over there anyway, because you get a lot more messages, and you can have a turn up, right? You can have a turn of a new leaf and stuff like that. It'll start showing me more. Okay, so if you want that, you need to silver or gold tier. Thanks very much, Aquarius. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.